Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters? Check. Navigation? Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift? Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Alright, so here's our first dialogue choice. And what's crackalackin', everybody? JT, the OCG, coming to you from the place to be. Still recording from the previous one, so I'm still drinking my Bigelow's green tea. Now, I like how this dude looks. Does this not look like a soldier that's been through hell and back instead of a cover model for GQ? Anyways, now, of course, you know, Seth Green does a great job as Joker. Love that. And, of course, Caden there is the voice of what people... that one guy in KOTOR. A lot of people don't like his voice. I think it's okay. I think he's pretty much like, you know, a bland type of guy. But he's a soldier. So he's an engineer, or no, he's a biotic soldier, so that's cool. But again, my Shepard is biased towards the Turians. No, Turians. Sorry, he does have bigotry towards the Turians because of his background. They didn't help when his slavers killed his parents, even though they're the biggest military presence in the galaxy, the known galaxy, I should say. And when it came to Yakuza, they didn't have any. They didn't provide any backup for when his whole company was wiped out. So he has that bigotry. He does not trust the Turians. For the other races, he has no problems with some of the lesser known the non-console members of alien species. No problems with them at all. He treats them just as if they're going to be. He treats them as they treat him. You know, the golden rule. But Turians and the Asari and the Solarians, he's wary of them. But when it comes to the Turians, he's got a backstory where he has the bigotry and he just doesn't trust their motives, and he believes that most of them do not like humanity and would rather have humanity wiped out and let them get wiped out so they could say, see, we told you about those humans. They wouldn't purposely try to wipe the humans out because of, because it would look bad. But I guarantee he thinks that they wouldn't help. They wouldn't help him if humanity was in trouble. And of course, even though he was young, he still knows. He's still aware of the First Contact War, and he's also aware that the Turians basically call it an incident, not a war. So they have, what the Turians have marginalized what they did to humanity, attacking them first. Oh, it's just an incident, and we got over it. But for humans, the impact of that is a lot greater, and that's where we're going with that. So we're gonna agree with Joker here.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Okay, so we do have Codex. And we also have Squad here. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Put one into assault rifle, one in a soldier, and we're going to go to the intimidate factor right away. Alright, so the Codex, let's look at our personal history summary. Most we already heard, but it does go into a little bit more detail. Where Akuze mysteriously dropped out of contract. As soon as it arrived, your patrol was attacked by thresher mauls, mindless abominations of teeth and tentacles that rose up from beneath the earth. Constant gunfire couldn't drown out the shrieks of your fellow soldiers as they were dragged down to a gruesome death. 50 Marines died on Akuze. Why do I keep putting an A instead of the E? Akuze. Or is it just Akuz? The E silent. Again, there's my French coming into play. You were the only one to make it back to the landing zone alive. A monument on the planet commemorates the massacre, a grim reminder of the price humanity must pay as they spread throughout the stars. Also, that they don't get back up from the Turians, who are the biggest military presence in the damn galaxy. Okay, now, so that gives you a little bit more insight of what he had to face. And Akuze, and yeah, 50 Marines, that's a big loss. Humanity, so we have the timeline, so let's go through this real quick. 2069, we went on Luna, 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. Lowest city in Eocasma, first settlement on Mars. Energy Corporation, Helium-3 fuel extraction, atmosphere of Saturn, which is the Incredible Melting Man, a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode. They ripped into that story, but yeah, there was a story there where he had something where there was some kind of radiation that came through the rings of Saturn, and he was just a melting man. And that's one of those 70s drive-in movies where they did everything in the first 15 minutes of the movie, and then the rest of the movie they didn't really care about because they were like, young people were probably having sex by then in the cars. Just look at some of those 60s and 70s movies. You'll sit there and go, what the hell? Everything's packed into the first 15 minutes, and then the next And then the next 45 minutes of the movie is just trash because they knew people would be having sex by then. 2142 construction of Garrick. That reminds me of this woman in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Anyways, construction of Gagarin Station Jump Zero begins beyond Pluto. So the controller here is a big pain in the butt, so let's not do that. Prospectors discover the Prothean runes at Promethea Planum on Mars. 2049 translation of the data leads humans to the Sharon Mass Relay System Alliance found to coordinate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. 2151 shipping accident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwell communities containers of dust form Element Zero. Alliance begins construction of Arcturus Station. So that's where biotics are made. 30% of the children born in Singapore after zero suffer from cancerous growths. That's horrible. Systems Alliance begins settlement of Earth's first extrasolar colony world, the planet Dementor. 2154, Commander Shepard's born. So, yeah, we're, 2183? Yeah, we're 29 years old. Is my math right? Yeah, we're 29. We're 29 years old. And we look very old 29. Systems Alliance occupies the Arcticus Station as headquarters, which also puts the humans not in a great light either, because now, even though that Element Zero, right, it's Element Zero exposure, even though Element Zero exposure with cancerous growths, we still basically set up a station to deliberately inject embryos and fetuses, not embryos, but fetuses into individuals to give them like telekinetic abilities. So, and some children exhibit those. Minor Turians encounter human explorers. Now, this is 2157. We're only 3 years old, but our parents would tell us about this stuff, and they would experience this. Turians encounter human explorers. First contact war, occupation and liberation of the human colony of Sanxi. Humans learn potential biotics. International effort to track Element Zero exposure begins. Roughly 10% of exposed children show some level of biotic ability. So again, humans are doing basically eugenics with the children. I don't know if they're getting permission from the pregnant women, but yeah, that doesn't really make humanity 100% altruistic and the good guys. 2160, System Alliance Parliament formed. Human established embassy on Citadel. Batarian slavers attacked the Alliance colony in Mid-Dwar. So yeah, that I would be 6. Yep, 16. So I was 16 when I saw my friends and family die. That's a big 16 years old. That stuff will make that it will stay with you until you're 66 or 86, whatever. Skillian Blitz. Pirates and slavers attacked Elysium, the human capital, and the Skillian Verge. I don't know anything about that. That might come up later. It didn't come up in the small little test run I did. Thresher Mauls devour the Alliance colony of Akuze. So that was only 6 years ago. Yeah, so 6 years ago I dealt with that horrible trauma. So it's been 6 years. Ooh, so that's still fresh. Retaliation for the Skillian Blitz, an Alliance fleet wipes out an army of slavers on the moon of Torfan. Okay. So we have that. And then here's the primary.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces.
Where were they?
As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. there is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Yes, and that's what I was saying before. How condescending and patronizing is the Relay 3114 incident when they address that, where they killed human civilians, and they just call it an incident. That's why there's animosity between humans, and Shepard is one of those individuals who have that animosity and that bigotry. Again, that shows that they are they're the galactic peacekeepers. They have the military. So again, in the two incidents where Shepard needed help, the Turians were nowhere to be found. So he basically has that very, I wouldn't call it xenophobia, but he does have that tribalism where he's more in tune with human beings, humans first. And the Council, even though the Solarians and the Asari aren't as on the S list like the Turians are, it's still a wariness. And you can see the Turians respect and appreciate the Solarians and the Asari, but you notice they don't say anything about the humans. Again, the Turians, to most humans, if the humans got themselves into trouble, the Turians would say, well, that's just nature taking care of its own. That's human beings putting them in a position. Let them get wiped out with their own hubris. And that's how I believe Turians are. So yeah, there's going to be that kind of bigotry. And I'm hoping that makes a great story when it comes down, and see if will Shepard be more cemented into his bigotry, or will there be something in the plot and the story that makes him grow and realize that he was being a little bit ubiquitous when it comes to the Turians?
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Okay, so now we see with Earth and the galaxy as a whole. So there's still the countries of Earth. There's still probably, United States, Russia, England, South Africa, etc., etc. Maybe there's like a joining. Maybe a number of African countries kind of became one. Maybe the United States annexed Canada. Maybe China, Mongolia became one or something, or that type of thing. But all in all, there's still countries there. So it seems that maybe there's like the United Nations is sort of, they debate or talk about galactic policies and ambitions. But when it comes down to it, the Alliance here is a separate entity and essentially takes this story and takes it apart from Earth. So the Alliance is the government outside of the Sol system. So the other countries of Earth can bicker over Saturn and Mars and Luna, wherein after you get past Pluto, the Alliance has the say, and maybe they communicate with the United Nations and ambassadors through there, but when it comes down to it, they really have no say. So the Alliance is humanity's government for as much as we want to care about in this game. All right. So, and that's what we're going to do here.
He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Now, I know most people are probably going to say, why are you walking? Well, the thing is if you walk, you get to overhear things that you wouldn't otherwise if you just kind of run or jog past them for the most part. So, and then, you know, I like to be immersed where I'm why am I jogging throughout the ship? That type of thing. So bear with me there. Maybe I'll speed up if I will jog most places, but when I'm around individuals, when I'm around crewmates, I will probably walk more than run. Anyways, let's talk to Navigator Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
All right, so we're going to basically admit that we overheard him arguing with the engineer.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
Okay. So we're going to
think
pry
the Alliance
into it a
brass
little
is
bit.
holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
And, you know, right now it's showing that Presley is a good officer and he's very perceptive. And he might have some biases, just like most of humans have biases when it comes to Turians, where there's wariness involved. But it's also that Turians are a big member of the Council. So if you're sending a Turian Spectre instead of, say, a Solarian Spectre, a Solarian would be what? Intelligence gathering, more of a stealth spy kind of guy. You're sending a Turian who's like the military type of Spectre, where crap's going to go down. So yeah, Presley's absolutely 100% correct to sit here and go, what? Why is this happening? Why do we have like a decorated captain and a Turian soldier Spectre on just testing a stealth thing on a what should be just a random, just a test mission, shakedown mission, that type of thing. So yeah, I like Presley right away because he's not just yes sir, no sir. He has critical thought and he's questioning some things. Now, some of these things, like I said, when it comes to dialogue, some of these things you're going to ask questions and it sounds pertinent. You're not going to ask in a stupid manner. But some of these choices that you click, I sit here and I go, what? I sound like a moron. I don't remember which ones, but I think stealth system is one where I just go, what's a stealth system?
What do you know about the stealth systems?
Yeah. See?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper. Less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
See, now, I'm the XO. I should know this. Why am I asking him about the stealth systems? Now, it does go into a different thing where he goes into the whole part of, yeah, this should be this and this should be this, and he makes great points. So let's just delve a little bit into that, and I think this is going to be another thing where I sound stupid.
For what?
Damned if I know.
Good lord.
We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
And neither am I. So, and then we're going to talk about the captain, which I think this goes into a different direction where it sounds a little bit more logical and reasoning in the way that we ask about the captain.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't
No,
figure
actually,
out
no,
what
it
he's
wasn't.
doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service.
And this is for an
If he melted
exposition
down
dump
all
to
his
tell you
guns,
about
he could
Captain
make a
Anderson.
life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously.
And that's
something big is going on.
And that's what I'm saying about some of these choices where they throw it into, and it just sounds very clunky.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs
Now
in my
that-
family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
And see, that's pertinent and that's reasonable. You may not like it. You might say, "Oh, why? That's bigotry." But if you say space racist, then I don't know what to tell you. It's very, very much a reasonable wariness for the Turians, especially if you got people that fought in the First Contact War. Although Presley, I don't know why it says his grandfather. He seems he's like almost reaching 40, so it should be his father. So they really don't know their own timeline. Now, I could say that was a long ago, but I have the same bigotry as Presley. So I'm going to say, plus he's a Spectra.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
But again,
That right,
that's not
Commander.
what I wanted
We're an alliance
to portray.
vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
See, now, in that choice, when I chose plus he's a Spectre, what I wanted my character to say is, yeah, Presley, I agree with you. Not only is he a Turian, but he is a Turian Spectre, so why I wanted to say exactly what Presley just said to me. Yeah, he's a Turian Spectre, and Turian Spectres are usually well armed and looking for a fight. So I agree, something's not right. Something smells bad, and what's the saying? That's an old English saying. Something smells bad and whatever. I forgot it. But I'm not going to tell him just do your job. I'm not going to be that paragon, or I guess that's renegade. But I'm not going to be where just do your job, don't be a bigot. But I'm just going to say, goodbye.
I better head down and see the captain.
Yes, sir.
All right. Another thing I like is, like, if I go here,
Prime Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit.
I really like the fact that I go by this guy and he salutes me.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
All right, so we got the doctor on board and we got Corporal Jenkins. So we could talk to them.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime
Again,
too long.
great
will
touch
we?
that
Mention for some
Corporal
real
Jenkins
action.
salutes me before
I
speaking.
sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action
The
usually
doctor
ends
should.
with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
All right, so where do I want to go here? Do I want to kind of like chastise the doc for actually complaining about her damn job? No. What I want to do is I want to relax Jenkins because he seems a little too stressed.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
All right, so we're going to investigate. And see, here's a good investigation, because here it just says Eden Prime, but you'll see that it's actually a pertinent question to ask, and I ask it in a manner that is relevant to the plot and to the character.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful,
See?
Commander.
I'm getting
Be real
information
careful with
from him,
development, so you don't have any
not
city
going,
noise or
"Durr,
pollution."
what's Eden Prime?"
My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even paradise gets boring after a while.
I'm really pleased that I did the lips where it doesn't look like Frogmouth. It actually looks really good when he's speaking. So that's a good thing. I don't know in cutscenes if it's going to look like that, but so far so good. I'm not disappointed in myself or my character creation. The cheekbones are a little pointy, but nothing I could do about that. I tried to fix that, but no matter if I made them smaller or bigger, they were pointy nevertheless. But again, the pock marks, the scar on the lip, the one right across his eye that he got from Akuze, the bags under his eyes that show that he's a tireless soldier, but he's aging way more than a human should because of all the shite that he's been through. Should I ask why are we going there to a corporal? I mean, I'm an XO. I shouldn't ask that. I shouldn't ask the Spectres because that's a stupid question to ask the corporal. But let's see if this one is going to be a pertinent question about Nihilus.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Okay, so I'm asking the captain, or the doctor, so that's good.
Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other.
Exposition
dump. They don't
dump.
always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Okay, so Corporal Jenkins' dialogue was pertinent and relevant. Dr. Chakwas was just an exposition dump. Again, something I don't really like. I wanted to know about Nihilus. I didn't want to know about what Turians. And what's worse is I can't go back at Chakwas and go, they were responsible for the First Contact War. They're the ones that attacked us. They're the ones that killed civilians. I can't say that. All right, so now I just, no more questions, because I really think the Spectres is just a really stupid question to ask. Either one of them. I'm an XO on a damn ship. I've been with the Alliance since I've been 18. So this is my 10th year of service. So why the hell am I asking people that I should have more information then? So what I want to do here is be a commander, put my foot down, and tell Jenkins that it's just another mission. Don't get hyped because you're going to put yourself at risk.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Right, and there's another one.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
All right. See, so that's... I gotta be a hard ass at times, and that's just how it is. A commander can't be everyone's best friend. You're responsible for the lives and the mission. So you gotta get the mission done, and if anything, you don't want to lose anybody on the way, right? Right.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
All right. Oh, I got Paragon speaks for that. Can I talk to Chakwas, or is it going to be the same thing?
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
No.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
All right, and then I like it. Right, he salutes, right? But the other one over there won't salute until I go past them. God, that's such a great touch. So there is, there's the lore so far, the backstory of Turians and humans, the Council, Eden Prime. Those things I really like about this story so far. The dialogue wheel, what it implies, what it implies, not infers, right? Yeah, what it implies, you're going to say. Inference is something different. So what you are implied to say to what actually comes out of your mouth is irritating for me so far. Because I don't want my protagonist to sound stupid. Look at that, I'm clean cut. I got my high and tight. Although I don't know why I have like totally shaved and then I have blade 1 on there and then I have blade 3 on the other. Show our bigotry.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Talk, huh?
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I'm going to be very standoffish with him.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Yeah, just with his tone and his little patronizing, kind of pretty little world. Yeah, I take that as a threat.
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Well, that's obvious.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
That's whining. That's a whinge right there. I know why there's secrecy. So what are we picking up?
What's the payload, Captain?
A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Now, I'm not going to ask Prothean because I know that. I know what they are. I know that all our technology came from there.
What else can you tell me?
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a
exposition
discovery like
dump.
This, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
I'm not going to say that because that's being irrelevantly cantankerous. I'm not going to say glad to help. I'm going to and I'm not going to be antagonistic when it comes to this.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
All right. And again, I'm not going to... First of all, if I say like hell he is, it doesn't come out that way. But again, there's certain ways where I want to be antagonistic, but only when it actually is rational to do so. It's not rational to go, oh, like hell he is. I'm going to say, well, why?
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed
It is a
remarkable
Kuz,
will
not
to
a
live,
Kuze.
a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Okay. Wariness and eyebrow raise again. Why did you put my name forward?
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Okay. So he's making a valid and diplomatic response. But I'm going to go to the captain to see if he's supporting this.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Now, with the... well, I don't want... Again, the Protheans... If I say this, it's just going to be an exposition dump and I'm going to sound stupid. I don't know about Eden Prime, so let's try that.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger.
Okay, so
Eden Prime
I am
is one
getting
of our oldest and most
intel.
successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds.
Actually, this
To
isn't
forge a place
intel
for
at all.
humanity
This is
beyond
exposition.
Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Okay, so no more exposition dump. I wanted to know exactly how what's going on there. I didn't want to know, you know, I didn't want to know propaganda from like the Common Council of or the Commerce Council of frickin' Eden Prime. So let's just say I'm ready to go.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
That Marine lost his helmet.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Ooh, his jowls quivered, huh?
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo.
And that's why I like this facial structure right there.
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to
my
suit
eyes
up.
are already narrow.
Going
My
in.
eyebrows work perfectly with that.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Yep.
Approaching drop
Mission
point
protocols
Nihilus, you coming with us?
put us in danger for trying to get
I move faster
survivors.
on my own.
Okay, and that makes no sense. He's supposed
Nihilus
to
will scout
evaluate
out
me.
ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
So automatically, right now, I don't trust him.
I don't like putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectres, and he wants that beacon.
So now I gotta basically go back on that and say, you know, all right, Captain, you can count on us.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are
Still don't
approaching
trust him.
drop point 2.
Still don't trust him. Ooh, what the hell?
Perimeter secure, Commander.
All right, so here we are. First mission on Eden Prime.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Yeah, how are you evaluating me all the way up there? Anyways, let's talk to Richard. Jenkins has, you know, emotional attachment. We talked to him. He's from here.
Oh God, what happened here?
So he puts like a little emotional injection into this mission. And what about Caden?
Smells like smoke and death.
Well, looks like Caden's going to be Captain Obvious. Well, that's it for now. We will do the first mission next time. Wow, look at that tower. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Get off my interlawn.